Would you believe me if I said it was new bike day again? I love riding on my new full suspension bike. My Spot Rollick is awesome and I have no desires to replace that. But Steve and I do like to go to skills parks sometimes. We do some bike packing, and so I wanted to add a hardtail to my setup. So I'm really excited that I've got this sweet new bike. You probably have some sort of idea of what bike this might be. Now, it would be ideal if I had something like the Nugatorium or some kind of bike cave, but I travel full time. I live in my trailer and sometimes in my van. So the campground it is. Be gone. Okay, so I've done a few of these new bike days between my bike and Steve's bike. I'm gonna see if I can do it without Steve's help. Maybe I can. This is nice because this actually came quite put together, so I don't have a whole lot to do. I gotta give a shout out to the guys at Orbea. They watch my channel and they believe in what I'm doing, so I want to give a big thanks to them for helping me do what I do. Before I start working on this bike, I should probably get appropriately suited up for this occasion. So I guess they flip that around backwards for shipping it. I'll get it lined up later. I'm just trying to get it at least staying on not backwards for now. Let's see how that goes. So this is the Orbea Laufey. It's the same thing as a Loki, they just had to change the name of it for copyright reasons. It is an aluminum hardtail. It is a 27.5 plus tire, which is going to be super great and super fun, especially will be good for the bike packing stuff. I'm excited for that. It has a 130mm travel fork on it, and the head tube angle is 67 degrees, which is kind of an in-between. It's not super steep and it's not super duper slack, so I think it will actually be good for what I intend to use it for. It's a little more of an aggressive bike than what you'd think of as a traditional bike packing bike, but I think that's what's going to make it work so well at the skills park and riding some trails as well. I went for a size medium. I was kind of in that overlap range for their sizing chart, and just looking at the reach, I thought the medium would probably be a good fit for me. This bike is really similar to Steve's Chameleon. He does have a little bit of a shorter chainstay, which should be easier to manual on paper, but we'll see how this rides. All right, I'm gonna break the bead, get some sealant in there. I'm assuming you gotta add more sealant when you've got bigger tires. Gotta shake it up real good. So I'm going for about 3/4 of a cup. Cheers, Orbea. Thanks for the orange seal and the sweet bike. Can she get the bead back in? I have to say, Maxxis tires seat really well. I've always had a lot of luck. This is gonna be interesting. This is a lot of tire. Now I know there's like 50 gajillion ways to do this, and everybody's gonna say in the comments, oh, do it like this, do it like that. I know. This is how I'm doing it. I think Steve may take pity on me. This part's hard to do by yourself. This lysine pump is awesome.
Meant for fat bikes, so it puts a ton of volume in with each stroke. It's still not as much as a big floor pump.
How tight do you do an axle when it's not a quick release?
7.
Point taken. Well, I'm not gonna carry a 6 on the trail, so tight. All right, pedals. I'm a little behind in the game, and I did not order the pedals that I want to put on this. I usually like Chesters, but I want to try some 1-ups on this so I can get the experience. But Steve had these deities lying around. He didn't love these, but this is all I've got to put on it. You want your pedals to stay on, but they don't need to be crazy tight. I've got a new Ergon women's specific saddle on my Spot Rollick, so I'm gonna put my old Specialized Myth on the Orbea. I'm a big fan of women's specific saddles. Sid from Sid and Mackie is so precise. She knows the exact angle that she likes her seat at. I'm always just kind of winging it. I just put it on, try to line it up about-ish how it was, and then I just end up fiddling with it till it feels okay. Sid's way is better. Steve said there's an app. You set it on your saddle and then it'll keep track of all the angles and settings, and then you can just duplicate it on your new saddle when you put your new saddle on. Kind of cool. I think it's ready to ride now. I'll just be dialing a few things in over the next few rides, but I'm pretty stoked. This is a sweet bike. So I'll take you through this bike really quick. It's got a Fox 34 fork, which is a little bit smaller diameter stanchions than the 36, which is more common on the higher travel bikes. Makes this perfect for what it is, and it also makes it a little bit lighter, which is going to be great for bike packing. A lot of these other components are new to me, which is cool because I like trying new things. It's got the entry-level Shimano brakes on it, an SLX shifter. This is an 11-speed bike. Down here I've got the XT derailleur. One thing that I haven't loved about Shimano when I've tried it is the interval between cogs on these cassettes. But this is by Sunringle. It's not a Shimano cassette, so that'll actually be cool. It's got race face cranks and a race face affect dropper post, and the stem is also race face. The wheels are Sunringle 40mm, and it is a sexy, sexy bike. It's just pretty and curvy. Big thanks to Orbea. I'm excited to put some miles on this great bike. One more thing to do. Now she's ready.